Good morning. Today we discussed data types in C language. What are data types? How many types of data types we have? Okay. Each variable in C has an associated data type. Each data type requires different amounts of memory and it has some specific operations which can be performed over it. Let us briefly describe them one by one. Standard data types. Standard data types. What are that one? Wide int character float. Character. The most basic data types in C. It stores single character and requires a single byte of memory in almost all compilers. Int, as the name suggests, an int variable used to store an integer. Float, it is used for store decimal numbers. Numbers with floating point values with a single precision. Double, it is used to store decimal numbers with a floating point values with a double precision. Different data types also have different ranges up to which they are used. Ranges which they can store numbers. The ranges may vary from compiler to compiler. Below is a list of ranges along with the memory requirement and format specific 32-bit GCC compiler. Wide. What is the implementation? It is known as a data type and a C implementation. Wide character 1 byte. Integer can be, again you can define into unsigned short integer 1 byte, unsigned integer 2 or 4 bytes, unsigned long integer that is 4 or 8 bytes. Abstract integer int 1 byte into 2 or 4 bytes, long int 4 or 8 bytes. Floating point, float 4 bytes, double 8 points, long double is the 10 bytes. Long is the 10 bytes. These are some specific. What are the ranges? Data type memory bytes. Data type memory byte. Short integer, that is 2 bytes. That ranges -3 to 768 to 3 to 767. Unsigned short integer. 2 bytes. That's a ranges from 0 to 65535. Unsigned integer 4 bytes. That ranges from 0 to 4294967 The ranges is that way. Unsigned integer. Unsigned int -21421474836482 -2147483647 the ranges. Long integer, that is 8 bytes. -2474836482 to 1474833647. Unsigned long integer 8 bytes from 0 to 4294967 from unsigned long integer 8 bytes. Unsigned long 8 byte integers 0 to 18446744073709551 signed character that is a memory byte size is the 1 byte -128 to 127. Unsigned character, the memory is the 1 byte, ranges from 0 to 55, float 4 bytes, double 8 bytes, long double 16 bytes. We can use the size of operator to check the size of variable. See the following some examples of programming. In this, you can prepare hash include stdio.h int main from curly braces started int a is equal to 1 ended with semicolon, character b is equal to single quotation j ended with semicolon, double c is equal to 3.14, printf hello world. Hello, I am a character. This way the variables to be defined. Similarly, you can some comparison between data types. In computer language, data types is a classification first specific to compiler or interpreter. Which type of data user is intending to use. There are two types of data types: primitive or fundamental data types. What is the first one? Is the primitive or fundamental data types. Each variable in C, C++ has an associated data type. Each data type requires a different amounts of memory and has some specific operations which can be performed. What are the in the primitive data types? In primitive data types, that is a standard data type. Primitive data type is also known as a standard primitive data type. Okay, primitive data type. Each variable in C, C++ has associated data type. Each data type requires a different amounts of memory and has some specific space on that one, some specific memory. Primitive data wide, already you know that ranges on that one. Ranges is there. Primitive data types, you have some ranges on the that you have in different types of primitive data types. Primitive data types. Primitive data types. Then if you have go to logical data, primitive data, then you have go to logical data. No Boolean data types. In C, a non-zero is a true or false. Second one is the a non-zero values, that is a true or zero, true or false, true or zeros. Then go to that derived data types. These data types are defined by user itself, like defining a class in C++ or structure. These included arrays, structure, class, union, enumeration, pointers, etc. These are some data types. What are the fundamental data types and the derived data types? Fundamental data type is also called as a primitive data types. These are the basic data types. These are basic data types. What is the derived data type? Derived data types is the aggregation of fundamental types: pointers, arrays. In primary or fundamental data types, character, integer, float, and void are fundamental data types. In fundamental data types, okay, array, structure, and union are derived data types. Character is also used for a characters. It can be classified as character, signed character, unsigned character. Its pointers are used for strong address of variables. Integer is used for integers not having a decimal digits. It can be classified as signed and unsigned, further classified as int, short integer, and long integer. Array is to contain a similar type of data. These are user defined or derived data type. Float is used for decimal numbers. These are classified as a float, double, and long double. Structure, that is a derived data type, or user defined derived data types. Structure is used to group item of possible different types into a single type. It is like structure, but all members. This is one of the important is the void data type. It is a primitive data types. Void is used where there is a no return value is required. In general, void is used. It does not return any values to the calling function. Void is used where there is no return value required. And okay, members structure, but all members in union share the same memory locations. Next we are continue. What do you think happens when you use uninitialized primitive data types? Why? In general, you have facing some problems in creating that with data types. What are that one? What do you think happen when you use an uninitialized primitive data types? These are generally you are facing some problems. Well, you may assume that the compiler should assign your primitive type variable with a meaningful values like 0 for int, 0.0 is the float. What about the character type? In that go, while C++ does not initialize variables with the default values, one of the things that has happened in C++ variable is the 0 overhead rule. What you don't use, you don't do startups. The overhead of initialization stack variable is costly as it hampers the speed of execution. Therefore, these variables can contain intermediate values. It considers the best practice to initialize the primitive data types variable before using it in code. These are some problems you are facing on variables. This way you are defined that similar data types. You can go interesting facts. Some are data types in modifier in C++. Here some logical interesting facts about the data types and the modifier associated with the data types. If no data type is given to variable, the compiler automatically converts into a data type. These are some generally you are facing that one. What is that one? If no data type is given to a variable, the compiler automatically converts it into a integer. If you are not given to any data type specific, and that what you do, the compiler is automatically converts it in a integer data type. Okay. Signed is the default modifier for character and int data types. Signed is the default modifier for character and int data type. Signed is the default modifier for character and int data type. Next, third point you have go. You can't use any modifier in a float data type. If a programmer tries to use it, the compiler automatically gives the compiler time error. If you don't give any sign, any modifiers for float point, if the programmer tries to use it, the compiler automatically gives a compiler time error. Another important point is that only long modifier is allowed in double data types. Only long modifier is allowed to double data types. You can't use any other specifiers with the double data type. If you try any other specifiers, compilers will give compile time error. What is that one? The point once again repeat it. Only long modifier is allowed to double data types. You can't use any other specifier with the double data type. If we try to any other specific, compiler will give the some data type, clear. These are some key points on data type. These are some points available in that one. These are some small variation on that one. C++. Some key points you are going to the C language. C language was not called as the C at the beginning. It has been named as a C after passing many stages of evolution of C. When it was developed at Bell Laboratories in 1972 by Dennis Ridge. Why it is named as a C? There is no such a logic behind the naming of C language. It was developed to cover all the inabilities of B language, simplified version of BCPL. So it was just named C, as it is next to B in the English alphabets. C is the only programming language that exists for such a long period, and still it is widely used. C is the basis of many other programming languages like C++, Java, JavaScript, Go, C#, PHP, Python, Perl, C Shell, and many more. Unix was one of the first operating system kernel implemented in the language other than assembly, and that was C. Previously, C was considered as the high-level language, but today many programmers consider it is as low-level language, as it support only scalar operation. Once again, you repeat. Previously, C was considered as the high-level language, but today many programmers consider it as low-level language, as it supports only scalar operations. C18 is the latest version of the C++ programming language, published in June 2008. C18. It is designed in 2000. Some facts of is the only ternary operator in C language. ? Is the only ternary. Size of is the only operator which is allowed as a keyword. In printf and scanf, F stands for a formatted not function. Compiler does not know header file, preprocessor. These and expand success code. Header file name can be included in two ways. First one, using a angular brackets, using a double inverted commas. Compiler generates assembly code not match code, then the assembler generates the machine code. Size of operator cannot tell us the size of function because the operator works on compile time and function loads in memory and byte. These are some key points in C++. These are some key points in C++. In data types you are concluded, then you are going to the operators. Then you are going to the operators. Then we are going to the operators in C. Operator. What are that? We have different operators. What are then we have operators? Operators in C. In operators you have different programming with the help of examples. An operator is a symbol that operates an value of variable. For example, plus is an operator to perform a condition. C has wide range of operators to perform various operations. For example, C arithmetic operators. An arithmetic operator perform a mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. and numerical values, constant and variables. What are that arithmetic operation? What are that operator? Plus, addition or unary plus, minus, that is a subtraction or unary minus, star, multiplication, division, remainder after modulo, remainder after division. These are some operators and you have given. The operator plus, minus and star computes the addition, subtraction and multiplication respectively, as you might have expected. In normal calculation, 9 by 4 equal to 2.25. However, the output is the 2 in the program. It is because both the variables a and b are integers, and so the output is also an integer. The compiler rejects the term after the decimal point and show answer is 2 instead of 2.25. The modulo operator is a percentage, computes the remainder value. When a is equal to 9 is division by 4, the remainder is 1. The percentile operator can only be used with the integers. Suppose a is equal to 5, b is equal to 2.0, a is equal to 5.0, b is equal to 2.0, c is equal to 5, and d is equal to 2. Then see what you have given c by, on that time you have given that value c by d is equal to a by b is equal to, what is the a by b is equal to 2.5. See, a by d is equal to 2.5, c by b is equal to 2.5. Then what is that in c by d is equal to 2. These are some operators in arithmetic. Then we are going to the assignment operator. An assignment operator is used for assigning a value to a variable. The most common assignment operator is, what are that operators? We have some operator. You are given some list of operators. Operator colon, operator plus equal, operator is equal, plus is equal to, minus is equal to, plus star equal to, by equal to, modulo equal. What are that example of equal? A is equal to b, plus equal, a plus equal to b, minus equal, a minus e equal to b, star equal, a star equal to b, by equal, a by equal to b, modulo, a modulo equal b. What are that operation you have going on? Equal, a equal to b, a equal to a plus b. You are using the plus C operator. A minus equal means that is A is equal to A minus B. A star equal to B means A is equal to A star B. A by equal B equal to A is equal to A by B. A modulo equal to B is equal to B means A equal to A modulo B. These are some assignment operators. What you have some relational operators. A relational operator checks the relationship between two operands. If the relation is true, it returns 1. If the relation is false, it returns a value to 0. Relational operators are used in decision making and its loops. What are the relational operators? Double equal, greater than, less than, not equal, greater than equal, less than equal. These are operators. Next we are going to the meaning of operator. Double equal, what that meaning? It is a equal to. What is the example of that one? 5 double equal to 3 is the equivalent to 0. Greater than 5 greater than is equal to 3 is equivalent to 1. Here see another condition is a relational operator checks the relationship between two operands. If the relation is true, it returns 1. If the relation is false, it returns value to 0. This is the main condition. 5 double is equal to 3, double equal to is equal to 3 is the evaluated to 0. Why it is a false? Greater than 5 greater than 3 is the equivalent to 1. 5 less than 3 is equivalent to 0. Not equal. Meaning of the not equal. 5 not equal to 3 is equivalent to 1. Greater than or equal to 5 greater than or equal 3 is equivalent to 1. Less than or equal to 5 less than or equal to 3 is the equivalent to 0. Some operators. These are some relational operator. Then we are go to some logical operators. An expression control languages operators returns either 0 or 1 depending on upon the whether the expression results true or false. Logical operators are commonly used in decision making in C program. An expression containing logical operator returns either 0 or 1 depending upon whether expression results true or false. Logical operators are commonly used in a decision making C program. You have some logical operators: ampersand, double ampersand, logical or, logical not, logical and, true only if all operands are true, logical or true only if either one operand is true, logical not, true only if the operand is 0. For example, you have previously given some values. What is the logical and? If C equal to 5 and D equal to 2, then the expression C is equal to 5 and D is equals to 0. If C is equal to 5 and D is equal to 2, then expression C double equal to 5 or d greater than 5, then it is equal to 1. If c is equal to 5, then the expression not equal c is equal to 5 equivalent to 0. Some logical operations. Then we are going to the bitwise operators. Bitwise operator. During computations, mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. are converted to bit level, which makes a processing faster and saves power. Bitwise operators are used in C programming language to perform bit level operations. What are the operators? We have ampersand single, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise compilate, shift left and shift right. These are some bitwise operators. Other operators, comma operator. Comma operators are used to link related expression together. For example, int a comma c is equal to 5 comma d. The size of operator. The size of is a unary operator that returns the size of data, constants, variables, arrays, structures, etc. The size of is a unary operator that returns the size of data, constants, variables, arrays, structures, etc. Other operators such as a ternary operator, question mark, colon, reference operator that difference operator that is you can give some way. These are some operators in C. Operators are the fundamentals of any programming language, thus functionality of C and C+ programming language. It is incomplete with the use of operators. You can define operators as a symbol that help us to perform specific mathematical and logical computations and operands. In other words, you can say that an operators operates the operands. For example, consider below statement. You have go to the any example statement. If example c is equal to a plus b. Here once again you can, if c is equal to a plus b, plus is the operator known as the addition operator, and a and b are operands. The addition operator tells the compiler to add both a and b. Generally, what is the already given the some arithmetic operator, and that one arithmetic operators c is equal to a plus b. Here plus is the operator known addition operator. These operators are generally we are using C and C++ as mainly built-in operator types. Once these arithmetic operators already given some list, you have some different find down on that one. Unary operators operates or works with a single operand are unary operators. For examples, plus plus, minus minus. Clear? Unary operators that operates or works with a single operand are unary operators. For example, plus plus, minus minus. Binary operators operate by what is that binary operator? Binary operators that operates or works with two operands are binary operator. For example, plus, minus, star, division. Already you are given some list of operators. These already you are assigning some list of operators. Once you can repeat the concept on that one. Relational operator. You are already given some values on relational operators on a particular point to you are discussing that one. Some operators and key points you have. What is that meaning of? Parenthesis functions call left brackets. You have some precedence order and associative of operators in C++. You have operation performance which is over, then you have some different. Conditional operator is the form of expression question mark expression 2. Generally condition of operation have some going on. Expression 2 colon expression 3 semicolon. Here expression is the condition to be evaluated. After the operators you are concluded, then you have some precedence and operators. Is a parenthesis. Then it is a function call. What is it? Is a SNE. Some left to priority is the some left to right. Parenthesis is a function call. These are some operators and description and association as a SNE. Sum it is moving from left to right. Brackets array subscript member selection via object name. Member selection via object. Your values is to be bracket array subscript. Member selection is via object. Member selection via pointer. Here that is member selection pointer. Plus backslash minus. First peak increment or decrement. Plus by minus. That is a right to. So in previous this is moving from right to. Plus by minus, unary plus minus, not equal. That is a logical negation bitwise compilation. Type cast convert a value to temporary value. Star, that is a differences. Address or operand. Size of, determine the size in byte on this implementation. Star division modulo. Multiplication division modulo. These are left to right. Plus by minus, addition subtraction left to right. Bitwise shift left, bitwise shift right. That is also right to left. Less than or equal. Relation less than, relation less than or equal. Left to right. Greater than equal to. Relational greater than or equal to. Left to right. Double equal, not equal. Relational is equal to, is not equal to. Left to right. Bitwise and bitwise exclusive or left to right. Bitwise exclusive or left to right. Logical and logical or. These are a maximum, these are left to right. Some specific 2 or more conditions on that you have some right to left operation. Remaining are all left to right operations. What are the right to left operations? Plus or minus. First pick increment or decrement. prefix increment or decrement. These two. Ternary conditional operator, that means question mark, colon. Assignment operator, except these three conditions, postfix increment or prefix increment, plus plus or minus minus, plus plus or minus minus, question mark, colon, question mark, colon, and assignment. These are right to left operations. Remaining except these are, we are using anything is the left to right operations. Right to these three are only right to left operation. Remaining all are left to right operations. These are some operators, priority or precedence of operators. Once we have some key points on operators. Arithmetic operators, there are the operators used to perform arithmetic or mathematical operations on operands. Example: plus or minus, star, modulo, division, plus plus, minus. Arithmetic operators are of two types: unary and binary. Logical operators. Logical operators are used to combine two or more conditions. Bitwise. These bitwise operators we can perform only on bitwise operations and to perform. These some operators precedence in C. C language supports a rich set of built-in operators. An operator is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform a certain mathematical or logical manipulations. Operators are used in a program to manipulate data and variables. C operators can be classified in the following. Here we have given some list of operators. Relational also we have given some list. Logical also given some list. Bitwise. In case of we are going another brief discussion about bitwise operation. Bitwise operator to perform manipulation of data at a bit level. These operators also perform shifting of bits from the right to left. These are the right to left. Bitwise operators are not applied to a float or double. Generally, bitwise operators are not used in a float or double. These are data types. We will learn about them in the remaining. What is the operator? Is a single ampersand. That is a bitwise, or that is a straight line. That is bitwise, or bitwise exclusive cap, left shift and right shift. We have different operators and descriptions. For example, assume that is a different number, different variables. That is a B. In case of A is a 0, B is equal to 0. What are the bitwise and? Bitwise and is equal to 0. Bitwise A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. Bitwise A and B equal to 0. Bitwise A by B equal to 0. Bitwise A cap B, bitwise A equal to 0. In case of if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. A and B equal to 0, A by B equal to 0, A cap B is equal to 0. If A is equal to 1, if A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. A and bitwise A and B equal to 0, bitwise A or B equal to 1, bitwise A cap B is equal to 1. If A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. A and B equal to 0, A or B equal to 0, 1, A cap B is equal to 1. If A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1. A and B equal to 1, A bitwise, and B means bitwise. A bitwise A by B equal to 1, bitwise A cap B is equal to 1. The bitwise shift operator shifts the bit value. The left operand specifies the value to be shifted, and the right operand specifies the number of positions that the bits in the value to have shifted. Both the operands are you are using it. Today we have concluded this one. Then tomorrow we can discuss another new topic.